We're live. Let's go.
We are live.
We're live.
First
We're going. We're
ever
recording.
TYE podcast.
The
How you guys
TYE.
doing? Do you want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah,
Go on.
so I start. My name is Ntinos. My name is Kotronis. I'm from Greece. I'm 16 years old. And I started my first social media marketing agency at the age of 14. I started truly young entrepreneurs at the age of 14 as well. And here we are now.
Could you tell me a little bit about what TYE is?
So TYE, you can see the logo right there behind me, is
Feeling
truly
smart.
young entrepreneur. So basically you get in there, it's completely free. And we teach you all kind of stuff like dropshipping, social media marketing, affiliate marketing, and you network with cool guys like me, Jake right here, and Errikos. And you come to places like London.
Eric
where
is
we
the
are right
coolest
now,
guy.
And you meet and you do podcasts. So
We're gonna
it's
get
fire.
also shout out to Eric for hosting us this
Yeah,
weekend
sounds
and for you this
definitely-
week.
Yeah,
I rate it.
thank you, Eric.
We've
Most
set up the
definitely.
crib. The crib
How
is
about
nice.
Jake? Do you want to introduce yourself,
Um,
what you do?
I'm Jake. I'm 20. I'm a content marketer, but I also have my own social media marketing business as well. I do design. And
That's
pretty much
Great
everything.
stuff.
Yeah. Anything I can do, we'll do. So
Sounds good. A little bit about myself.
Yeah,
I'm
come on,
Alexiou. I'm a social media content creation specialist. I create content for social media. I create my own social media as well. You can catch that Errikos Alexiou on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter. I don't know, everywhere. All socials.
Yeah.
We're on every social. TYE's on all socials as well.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All socials.
Definitely.
what's
hit
your
us up.
Instagram?
So my Instagram as well is Dinos Kotronis, and you can find it all socials. If you search Dinos Kotronis, YouTube as well, you will see it.
Yep.
What about
Perfect.
you, Eric? Do you have any social media?
Eric.
Jake.
Yeah, Jake _Hatton.
Yeah.
And then
Jake
Fofals is the design agency. But yeah.
Perfect.
So, questions.
So I have a question for Eric now. What's your business?
Yeah, what do you do?
Yeah.
Like
How would I
specifically.
explain?
Yeah.
Specifically.
The content agency, what do I do is I create content for people. I'll use my high quality equipment to create stunning visuals to help your business thrive and stand out in the social media landscape. That could be anything from cinematic videos. For example, if you're a coffee shop, I could make a cinematic video of you making a coffee.
Yep.
You could put that on your Instagram and people be like, wow,
Yeah.
if the video is so good, I'm sure the coffee's good. Let me buy one.
Yeah, why
Yeah.
not? So what's your like if you were going to pitch to someone or if you were looking for a client, what is your like ideal client? Is it a coffee shop or
To be honest, the ideal client is somebody who does a lot of social media. That means personal brand and their business. Because what I want to get to doing in the future is working with people with large personal brands and then helping them on the business side of things as well. Obviously, I'll be networking with marketers and other people just like the two of you two to get the content that we're making across and out on all platforms.
Great.
So what's like for you, Dino, what is your like ideal client as well?
So my ICP, ideal client profile, is mostly well-established medium-sized businesses. So they have some money to spend, but enough room for development and growth as well. You know what I mean? So it can't be a large business that everyone already knows, because that's exactly what I do, get them in front of more eyes and more people. So a medium-sized but well-established business, so they make at least 8 to 15K per month profit, so they can spend into marketing services like like my marketing services, and basically that's it.
Cool.
Definitely. What about you, Jake?
So anything design really, to be honest. I mean, like Dino with branding, stuff like that. Any websites, web assets. We can do marketing as well. So we've done Google ads, TikTok ads, Instagram ads. And that's anything from static ads to, you know, real kind of content, TikTok video content, stuff like that. So, but yeah, no,
Yeah.
we've been doing all right. Yeah.
I mean, the main thing we are going to talk about in this podcast, so people know exactly what they're going to see in the next 45 minutes, is how we did as young entrepreneurs, because we are all under the age of 21. So you're going to see what we struggle with and how we overcome some of the difficulties. And I think it will be very interesting if you're either just starting out or you're already 1 or 2 years into the project and the phase of having your own business, you know. So yeah, Eric here will ask some questions, and we will be
Gonna go
all
around.
responding them.
Yeah, go around in a circle.
Definitely,
And,
we should. So
yeah.
the first question is, what are the effective strategies for networking in business? Obviously, the TYE leads into this a lot, but what other strategies do you know?
I would honestly jump in there. LinkedIn, top tier. I don't know if you guys have it, but
I do.
Definitely.
LinkedIn, bro. Honestly, that stuff is the amount of people you can network with on there, and I feel like people are so much more interconnecting. Like people will just message you. Like
Okay.
there's no kind of barrier as to, you know, if you follow someone on Instagram, you don't tend to just message them straight
Yeah.
away. LinkedIn, it's like I'll find it very common where either I'll message someone or someone will message me, and you'll start a conversation really quickly. So, and connect with people who are big in the industry. So if you're into, you know, design or engineering or anything like that, you know, connecting with someone like anyone who's interested in stuff. Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, for me, there are two things. One of them basically is exactly what Jake said, but with Facebook. Facebook, I see so many people. I didn't use it obviously before. Nobody our age does. But
It's a boomer
once
thing.
yeah, exactly. Once I started using it a bit more, I realized that it's exactly that thing. Like you connect with someone and you message each other. Like he's gonna message you, oh, I went through your content a little bit. I saw what you're doing. I saw some of your posts, and it's actually really interesting. Wanna talk a bit more about that? And also, Truly Young Entrepreneurs, a place like Truly Young Entrepreneurs, where people are not into selling you something because it's already free, but more into helping you. So you get there and you see people saying like, oh, hey, what business are you in? What do you need help with? How can we help you? And how can you help us? Because when you get in there, you'll see people asking for help like you do.
It's
So-
a massive network, isn't it?
Yeah,
Really, of
exactly.
just everyone doing everything
Yeah.
freelance. So
And everyone helping everyone.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
maybe Eric needs a thumbnail and I need something else from Eric, like video content creation or whatever.
Yeah.
So
I've experienced
works
that
like this,
inside
yeah,
the
yeah.
TYE
Exactly.
as well.
mm.
Definitely.
So what about you?
Myself and networking, I mean, it's a given for me because I live in a big city. I live in London. The best way to network with like-minded business people is to go to business events. There's many events. They might be about a specific topic. They might be about crypto. They might be about any random business. Actually, I've been to some about farming. I've been to some about pharmaceuticals. I've been to some at the top of Shard as well. All these
Ah.
opportunities. But you meet people there that you wouldn't meet online. It's people
Yeah.
who actually have really big businesses. People who could become, for example, your mentor. Someone who knows what they're doing because they're there to network with other big businesses. So with that being said, I've met people who are making $500,000 a month and higher. And these kind of people give you the trinkets of the ideas and the trinkets that really help you put into perspective of where you can go in the future,
Gives you that drive as well.
and definitely
Yeah.
the motivation.
Yeah, the motivation.
100%. That's
I mean, unfortunately for me that I live in a place with 25,000 max people
Yeah.
in the local area in Greece.
visit
really
visit
have
visit Dino's village.
Go see it. Yeah,
It is,
so
it's
not
a
really.
beautiful village, if I say
It
so
is,
myself.
it is.
Yeah.
I don't know if we want
So
to name
I
drop
think
it.
the next
Name drop it.
Nah, not yet,
No.
not yet, because the next podcast will be there. So potentially.
That's true.
Mhm.
So it's kind of a surprise to people to wait to see.
We do
where
the
this
next
place is,
podcast
yeah.
on the beach.
We
You
should.
think?
Might
100%.
actually be a thing.
Imagine
We have like
we-
4 more members.
Yeah.
That'd be going.
Yeah. What's the next question?
Next question.
Next question.
One more thing I want to say about networking with people in your local area is because you can meet them and be with them physically. Like this situation here where we're all together, it's a much closer bond. It's a
Yeah.
much closer
We've done it
connection.
once more.
Yeah, we have. Indeed.
So there's a video in Errikos Alexiou page on YouTube with him coming to Greece in January 2024 for 7 days in my house actually, and we tried job shipping for 7 days and tried to make money out of it. We eventually did at the end, right?
We did.
Eventually.
And yeah, and it was hard, but it was so nice because when you meet with people one-on-one, face-to-face, and not online only, like we do in Truly Young Entrepreneurs, you are gonna have the opportunity to meet us and us meet you, and you will see that there's so much more motivation and drive, as we said previously, between people when they meet. So I'll be in your house, Jake will be in the house as well, and we can't stop thinking about work because maybe I stop thinking about work, but then you two really want to work at the time. So then I'll be like, yeah, I don't have nothing else to do, so I'll work as well.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that network of like-minded
Yeah.
people. Definitely. Next question. Tips for balancing personal life as an entrepreneur. Both of you have girlfriends, so let's hear a little
You
bit.
We
as
about
all
that.
do.
Yeah, we all do. Yeah. So, yeah. It's not
No,
first.
go on. No, you go.
Okay, so I'm 16 years old, so personal life could be also school because I have school as well. I have to be there with my best friends, classmates, etc. And also manage the business, obviously. Now, the balance is, I don't think there's really a balance for me. I really enjoy what I'm doing with work. I have my friends here, so you guys are my friends and people inside truly Ntinos. So I don't really think that there are two separate things for me. So personal life, talking with my friends, talking about girlfriends and relationships in general, or where I'm gonna go and travel, etc. Or generally have fun playing football. I have the people around me that I can also do work with. So for me, it's not something really separate, and I find the balance very easily.
I'd have to agree with that. I mean, look at the past 2 days now that we've been together. I mean, it's a business trip, but I mean, look how much fun we've had. We've had a great time. Like 1 a.m. biking around around London on Lime bikes at 1 in the morning.
I have to say for myself as well, I found it that as I finished traditional schooling, secondary schooling, my friends have very quickly either become the deadbeats that aren't interested in doing anything special with their lives.
I
And
find that crazy.
they've kind of just frivoled out, right? And all my friends are now people who I want to do business with. They're all people who are actively trying to better their lives, get that financial bag as well.
There was my girlfriend. She was like, "Yeah, we'll leave you alone this time. Like, chill a little bit. I will get a bit of your mind and stuff." I was like, "You don't understand. I'm gonna come back and you're gonna see a completely different person because I'm with people I can have all types of conversations with." With Jake yesterday while you were doing your taxi thing, we sat down.
We spoke about life for about an hour and a half.
Exactly.
Straight
Why
life.
we exist in life, So we have everything to speak about. We can have fun as well. So
Definitely.
yeah, it's
important to have them people in your life as well that you can talk seriously with about work, but at the same time you can have them conversations about life in general.
You can be open with.
Yeah, you
and
can be open.
as Jake said, Eric, sorry, about my best friends actually and friends from school, I feel like not except for the fact that they're not doing anything with their life like important as I do, but that is not something for me to say
To
that.
judge.
Yeah, to judge. But it's not like you can have any type of conversation with them because they think so much differently. I'm so much more focused into goals or keeping a long-lasting relationship with friends, family, and girlfriends, etc. And they are in the complete different spectrum of all of this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a bit conflict. It's conflicting a bit,
Yeah.
I have to say as well, juggling university while trying to run multiple businesses and the relationship is tough. And I think that my life has become more of a routine. It's either church, university, my relationship, and then work. There is no other time for other stuff, and that's because I want to achieve what I want as quickly as possible. I'm not going to waste any time doing anything else.
And I mean, guys, if you sit down and think, what else is there to do? Like what? Are you going to go to play football with your friend at 6 p.m. or whatever?
Doom scroll on TikTok.
Yeah, exactly. Doom scroll on TikTok. What are you
You're
going
doom
to do?
scrolling my ads.
What is better than
Crazy.
all of those things Eric said? Can you repeat them?
That's church,
girlfriend,
and university.
and work.
And work.
And work.
Well,
So,
work is the only other thing I do. There's no time for anything else. There's no time to waste
but you
time.
don't need any more time for anything else. Like
There
you're
is
not
nothing
gonna
else to do.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing else to do. Everything else
And if
becomes boring.
you think about it, everything else is, did you just say boring?
Yeah.
Everything else is boring.
Exactly.
I mean, everything that people call entertainment these days is just consuming other people's created content.
I mean, I find if I've got nothing to like focus on or do for work, I'm there like, where can I get my next job? Where can I find something to do? Like I'm always actively looking for the next best thing.
Definitely.
And I mean, there will be days, and there are so many days throughout our year where you do nothing for an entire day. You do nothing.
100%.
It's true.
But those days, guys, honestly, they will feel like shit. They will feel so bad. Like you'll see that you did no work, and then you'll regret having that day with no work, etc., etc. But if you think about it, guys, it's actually one of the best days of your life because you realize how important, how much you actually love working.
This is true.
And there's actually nothing else to do. So you have to take those days off, not on purpose, like when they happen, and then say, damn, I really, really love working.
Yeah.
So you just do that.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is the case for all of us here.
Yeah.
We really enjoy what we're doing, even though it's back-breaking hard work and it's like non-stop.
If you don't have a passion for it, you won't enjoy it.
Definitely.
You have to have that passion. And if you're not got that motivation there, if you've not got something that's giving you that drive to kind of get to the goal, whatever your goal is, whether it's making 5k a month, £500 a month, or £1 million a month, I mean, you've got to have that drive.
Same, yeah,
Yeah, but
That's it.
Yeah.
definitely. What do you guys think is the best way to scale your social media marketing agency?
scaling.
There are three ways, okay? Three ways to scale your social media marketing agency. First way is paid ads. You need capital for that, and most of us don't have it. So let's get that off the list. Second thing is content. People, statistically, I think they need to see your content at least 7 times in
Yep.
front of them in order to buy into the sale and get more into it. Then the last thing is outreach, outbound, and everything. And you need time for that a lot, and skill. So
And
if you don't-
patience.
exactly, patience as well.
Patience.
Get rejected a million of times. Get a million no's. Like nobody's gonna like you at the beginning because actually your pitch is not good at all. Like nobody would buy with the pitch you have in the beginning. But then you start getting better into sales, and it's a skill that will last for a lifetime. So you do that, and that's basically it. Paid ads, outbound, and content creation.
Mm-hmm.
Content creation now, if you are good at it and you are good in front of the camera, it's actually
It's-
something very easy to do, especially if you have time
yeah.
also to edit videos and record them. But
It's
yeah,
hard to not be good at it these days with tools like Canva and
Yeah.
exactly.
you know when you got. I mean, Canva
got-
Premium. You kind of got to have premium version of it at the moment.
Yeah,
But
I mean as well in because we're talking about social media marketing agency and ways to scale it and start it. You need only 2 things: ChatGPT and Canva. I don't think you need anything.
if you're
else
not
to
using
start in the
AI,
beginning.
what are you doing right
Yeah,
now?
exactly. I don't
Yeah.
think you need anything else in the beginning. Not even a
No,
website.
100%.
Like cold call them, tell them about the pitch and what you're selling or what
Mm.
you're offering, book the meeting. You can have a presentation on Canva or whatever. That's it basically.
I think the number one thing you've got to have though is being able to take it on the chin, the no's, the failures, but also learning from them as well is the biggest thing. You've just got to be able to think, right, okay, they've said no, fine, move on, find someone else, because you can't
Yep.
keep going back to that person. Oh, please, can you?
No,
You're
never,
just gonna move on.
never beg for the sale.
No, don't beg
Never
for it.
the sale.
It's
Look
not
like
worth
you
it.
don't care. Like a great way.
You
one of
shouldn't
my-
care. You shouldn't care. Not in the context that you don't care about the customer or your client potentially,
Yeah.
but you shouldn't care about getting the money. You should be honestly focusing on giving them value. The money will come from that.
Yeah, I mean, there's this guy that taught me how to do sales and outreach, etc. And he did it. So he taught me through Facebook. Sorry. So you go to groups, Facebook groups. This is actually a great outreach method.
I know where you're going with
So,
this. 100%, I agree.
Facebook groups. You go into Facebook groups. You post some posts with some questions like, "What is the biggest win for your agency? Let's say real estate agency the last 3 months, for example." These type of questions, and they respond, and you go in the conversation. You start having a conversation in the comments. Sorry, about simply what they said, what they responded.
You did
Like,
this
"Oh,
not long ago,
yeah,
right?
I did
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Oh, yo, this is good, or how you did that specifically, etc., etc., etc. And then you kind of give them and provide them with a free resource in the DM. So you'll be like, "Hey, can I shoot you a DM with free resource that will help you in doing this, this, and that?" Because maybe they are analyzing a problem they had. So you go into the DMs, you send them the free resource, and then it goes from there. They will appreciate it. Then you will say, "You know what? We can actually do this more professionally, etc., etc." And this is our booking link, and that's a booked client.
Mm.
Definitely. Outreach by
Yeah.
being very personal.
Yeah,
Definitely. The sniper
exactly.
approach.
The
Is that
sniper
Yeah, that's
approach,
it. The
yeah,
sniper.
the sniper approach?
Yeah. So sometimes, if you know what you're doing, it's better to target 10 people, but with maybe video content, cold videos that is super personalized. You are saying hi and their name, maybe their last name as well. You're talking about the business, you are into the business, rather than targeting 1,000 people and saying the same thing, and you pray that something sticks in.
So what would
Yeah.
you say what would you say your percentage of people that you get with the sniper approach is?
I mean, again, it depends on the industry as well, because imagine going in an industry, having the perfect video, but it's for another completely industry. So you have to change it all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time. And that's not really easy to do, because you're not gonna always make the perfect video. So I think it depends on many factors. More factors that it depends with mass outreach, like 1,000 people,
Definitely.
because you have to be very professional into specific niche industry. Go more specific into that, and if you try at least for a little bit to use the same thing into something else, it's gonna fail 100%. So you have to always constantly change it, and if you're not good at changes,
Every
the
chance is a
percentage-
50-50 though, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's always a 50-50.
Yep.
You either get it or you don't.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to in the end.
Sure.
True.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about things we do inside Truly Young Entrepreneurs. So
Yeah.
social media marketing is done. I think we've provided a lot. Maybe Jake, do you want to say something as well about how to scale your own social media marketing agency?
What's
I mean-
one social media marketing tip that's changed your life?
Marketing tip.
It's hard to think.
I tell you what is big for like a brand. UGC. UGC is massive
Definitely.
for social media. I mean, if you're a brand trying to scale right now, I mean, I'll say with like overperformance with what I'm doing as well at the moment, me and Ashton got that going. So I'll give you a little insight, but I'm working with my friend at the moment who is, he's in New Jersey at the moment, but we connect basically every night. We'll have like a Discord call. We'll go through what we're trying to do at the moment. So currently he's collecting influencers. So we'll now send our products to the influencers, get them to make a UGC video, and then that UGC video we turn into ads. So it looks really good for your customers because then you've got like, someone who you can relate to who's an influencer. Say, I don't really, who could you use in as an example? I mean, someone who's into like health and fitness. So, and anyone really. So you're kind of, you don't want a big influencer because that's going to get like,
Sam Sulek.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a massive influencer. I mean, he's gone huge really, but no. So you get your UGC content from them, run it as ads, and it just looks great as ads. You can always use that stuff. So I'd say that's one of the biggest tips. But
Definitely. On that
yeah.
same point, I want to say EGC, employee generated content. If you're targeting a business that has employees already, making them make content and with high quality as well is definitely something that's good for the business because it's consistent everyday work, especially. And it doesn't need to be a lot of someone's time. It's just like a little bit of time, make a quick video, make a quick post. He's going to definitely help the sales, the marketing, and getting the word out there mostly.
100%.
Oh yeah. So now we're getting a bit into more e-commerce, right? Now a big background of what we've done with e-commerce is, it was my first actually business in 2022 in November. It was the first ever thing I tried with business. I opened my store. I was selling slippers.
Yeah.
Slippers. Have you done e-com?
I have done it.
What did
and
you
then,
sell?
yeah,
Let
he
me
came
tell
in
you-
January. and
Let
we
me
made
tell you
an
about
e-com
what I was
store.
selling. So way back when I was at my first university, because I dropped out of university. When I was at my first university, I decided to sell wireless phone car chargers. As I've said, no market research was done. I jumped straight in. and I
Straight to
instantly
AliExpress,
found-
right?
Straight from AliExpress. I found out straight away that the most important thing in e-commerce is marketing.
Yeah,
Even
yeah,
if your product's good or bad,
It's all-
people are going
it's
to
all
buy it to
marketing.
find out for themselves. You just need to
yeah.
have proof and then marketing.
Yeah, I mean, if you really think about it, what, like, how do you define e-commerce, except from like selling products, etc.? It's marketing,
It's it's all marketing.
and we found out, like, it was really interesting how we found out. The first thing we thought about when you came in January and we were looking for products is how easy it is to market, how easy
Yep.
it is to film with it.
I think it's,
So-
but although it's easy, it's the hardest part of the e-com like a project
Definitely.
from A to Z.
Yep.
Your website, easy enough these days. You've got
Yeah.
stuff like Wix, whatever, but
Shopify.
and then Shopify is the massive one. That's what we're using anyway. But your marketing is, as long as you can find that right target audience and that kind of niche for your product, that's the hardest part. But
Definitely.
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you started e-commerce for the first time, what was the hardest thing to figure out? The hardest thing.
Definitely for me, it was marketing. I decided
really?
to do a wireless phone car charger, a
Yeah.
very niche product, and
Yeah.
something that didn't have a large market demand, especially not in my area or where I was fulfilling. The biggest problem was marketing, because I didn't have any ideas to make with the content, and I couldn't find any competitors that were successful which showed that there wasn't proof of concept for this product either.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, with everyone wants to tap in e-commerce. Everyone and their grandma wants
Everyone
to tap
should
in
be.
e-commerce.
Everyone should be.
Yeah,
tapping
everyone
in.
should
You're an
be
idiot
trying.
if you're not.
Yeah, but really, who's gonna tell those guys that they are not gonna become millionaires after 5 days of launching their Shopify store?
You
Who's
know,
gonna tell those
I'd
guys?
honestly say 30% of it's potluck with ecom. Like,
I don't think so.
With-
I think you can be very consistent with ecom if you have a good team of marketers.
to start though, if you're just starting up, like potluck, like with your products and stuff. If it's a new product, it's either gonna hit or it's not. I mean, yeah, some things are gonna be like ridiculously bad. Like if you were trying to sell
Wireless phone card charger.
wireless phone card. But no, like I do feel like there's an element of luck to it. You've got to have all your other things in place and make sure they're good. But
Yeah,
luck does definitely come in and play a decent size factor on it.
definitely.
Also, once you start making it a bit complicated, like we did with the phone cases. So when he came in January, we had a company called In Case, and then the slogan was just in case, and we were selling costume phone cases.
Mm.
Yes.
Do you wanna
Print on
say
demand.
Yeah,
We were selling print on demand phone cases, and there are many problems that come with that.
Yeah,
One of them, the same thing that's going to happen to you if you want to start a clothing brand, is that you're going to have many sizes, which means you're going to have many different types of products. Prices are going to be higher because you want loads of different inventory from where you're shipping from. Even if you're doing drop shipping, the person who's drop shipping for you, your supplier, is still going to have all these different items, different sizes, different lengths, designs in stock to ship them for you as well.
Yeah. So and then all of this becomes a bit complicated with exactly what you said. You have to be careful, especially with taxes, fees, shipping.
Like we
because-
saw last night.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, and it was kind of crazy because at the end of the 7 days we made how much money?
The revenue was $127.
Yeah, 127, yeah.
And it
then
was like
how
the
much-
first time you properly tried to do it, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. And how much profit?
The profit was, brace yourselves,
A whopping.
$3.
Let's go.
Woo!
So
$3 for 2 people from 127 dollars in revenue.
that's why you
This
definitely
basically
So
made us Jenkins. We was
Yeah.
working for Print
made you
Supplies.
Jenkins.
We was
Yeah.
working for Shopify.
Yeah.
We was
Yeah.
paying everyone but ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah.
We even paid affiliates.
We
Yeah.
we had set up affiliate marketing. This is something if you
Yeah.
want to scale. I think we added it really early
Yeah,
because
exactly.
we had the 7 days limit. But
Exactly.
definitely,
So yeah.
the easiest way to make money is to make other people money. This is the same for what we do
Yeah.
with our social media content creation agencies.
Mm.
And social media marketing agencies. We're making people money.
You're
and
just
they're
being that
paying
middleman.
us from it. Yep,
Mm.
Yeah.
100%.
Monetizing audience.
definitely.
So if I grow an audience with, I don't know, 10,000 people, and everyone wants to start getting into e-commerce or whatever, because that's what I do, you better monetize it to make some money
Definitely.
of people that actually want to make more. So yeah.
So does anyone have a project they're working on right now in e-commerce that they can share a little bit about?
Yeah, so at the moment, like I said before with me and Ashton, we're currently working on a supplement brand. So it's called Overperformance, and it's targeted at like entrepreneurs, like go-getters, people like that. And I mean, one of the most recent UGC videos we've had was from Ashton's brother, who's actually a tennis coach. We've also had a PE teacher do it as well, who's he's a copywriter. But so it's basically targeted at mainly that kind of people. So the main product is a performance enhancing supplement. So it's all like natural vitamins. But honestly, you need to check it out. It's good. Overperformance.
What's the website of Overperformance?
Overperformance.com. That's
Wow,
it.
how did you
We
get
got the URL. We got it.
Overperformance?
Overperformance.com.
That's insane. You should check it out just to see the domain name. Honestly, sure. You might
But again,
see it
going-
in person.
Actually, linking back to ecom, that's a Shopify store, and we used Gem Pages as an app built into it.
Okay.
Which honestly is like, so I mean, Shopify can be a bit fiddly. You don't have much freedom with moving it around. Gem Pages basically turns it into a Wix website.
Wow.
So free editing. Gem Pages is definitely a life hack if you're trying to build your own Shopify store. But yeah, what kind of channels? What channels do you have in TYE?
Channels.
Talk us. So like,
So
what things can people learn in TYE?
Honestly, everything you ask for, because everyone has a bit of knowledge of everything, you know. So I know a little bit about social media, or a lot of stuff about social media. Then Jake knows about e-commerce, Eric knows about content creation, etc., etc. So we are a group of so many people there with so many different skills.
You've got
So-
specialists in every area, basically.
Exactly. That's
Definitely.
it. So if you ask about something, there's no way someone will not find a way to help you
Definitely.
learn a bit more about it.
And that's the thing. As more people join, there's more people that can help you with more things.
Exactly.
So every niche is somewhat covered by some person. And since everyone is so like-minded and interested in helping each other, if you join TYE, you'll be able to find someone just like you who can help
Exactly.
you as well
Mm.
grow your
Exactly.
business.
And
freelance.
people think that we want people to join because what they maybe will monetize it, or maybe because the only thing we want is more people into our into our team. But we really do it for our own knowledge as well. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I really
Sharing
wanna
sharing the
know-
wealth of knowledge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I really want to know more from everyone.
I could personally say
Yeah.
for myself, a good reason to join TYE is because if you ever come across a problem in your business, somebody's probably faced it before,
Exactly.
and
Or
they've
is
gone
facing it currently, and you can solve it together.
yeah, they've gone through the stress of
Yeah.
figuring out the best way to solve it, and they can just give you the answer on the silver platter.
Why would you not
Yeah,
want to network with like-minded people?
And
definitely.
also the different levels there are. So you're gonna see level 1 entrepreneurs and level 100 entrepreneurs. They
Yeah.
make multiple thousand a month. You make zero. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can have mentors even inside Julia entrepreneurs. And
I could
This is
almost
a gift.
guarantee if you join, there's nothing that you can't learn.
exactly.
True.
You will absolutely learn something if you
And
join.
there's so many things we can learn as well.
Definitely.
That's what people have to understand, that they are helping us with joining us as well. You know what I mean?
We're all
Yeah.
learning. It's all fun and games. Everyone's learning. Everyone's
Exactly.
having fun.
And now,
Definitely.
a tip for every business owner, and I think whatever business you do, you're gonna face it, is you are gonna reach a point where you think you know everything and you are so ready to start. And then once you start trying a bit more, and that happened with me really recently, to be honest, even though I've been doing that for 2 years now. So once you start trying a bit more, you are gonna realize how much you don't know. You know
Yes.
nothing.
This is
basically.
Mount Stupid.
Exactly.
The
you know
Dunning-Kruger
nothing.
effect.
Yeah, exactly. And so my example basically is I wanted to do the sniper approach, and I wanted to make code videos for every single business I'm going to pitch. And once I did that, I realized that I can't sit 2 minutes in front of the camera speaking about my business. I can't.
Yeah.
I don't
And
know.
it
You've done
wasn't-
all right.
Yeah.
We're at 35.
and it's not because I don't know what to say, but because I don't remember it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't remember on the top of my head by heart what my business does, and this is a huge problem in sales. Like, it's honestly a huge problem, because you're gonna go out in the street and someone will ask you, you know what, I'm interested in what you're doing. What does Nick Media do?
Let's talk a
You're
bit
not-
more about Nick
yeah.
Media as well. I mean,
you
so
won't be able to say because you won't remember it. So it's
So
a huge
let's see.
problem.
Have you got your Nick Media pitch down?
So, if you were to ask me what Nick Media does,
What does Nick Media do?
so it does everything from graphic design, social media management, and content creation. We focus on social media management and marketing a bit more. So we will take content either from you or from someone like Eric. So I will collaborate with Eric, and we will go to a business, pitch it together. Obviously, have half of the money go to him, half of the money go to me, and he's gonna record everything in the business. Like maybe if it's a cafe, like their employees working, happy clients, etc., 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 etc. And then I will be the one actually making the brand look good, the Instagram and Facebook layouts and TikTok as well, and make sure that everything runs smoothly and into a specific framework. So same fonts, same colors, and basically a harmony of all those things working together. So basically that's it.
Excellent.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I could say for Profiles, that's basically exactly the same what we do. We do branding,
Yeah.
graphic design. We're always happy to take on. We don't really specify in a niche.
Yeah,
Whereas it's
same,
same with you. Anyone like hair and beauty, we'll do. You know, I've
Yeah.
done a therapies logo recently for
Same.
my friend. So
exactly the same thing.
you know, you've just got to, as long as you're a business from kind of that medium, small medium
and
range.
well established as
Yeah.
well. You are fine, yeah.
I mean, even like new startups as well, helping out with branding, logos, anything
And also,
design.
if you are doing rebranding, It's also something
100%.
I focus on as well. I really work with rebranding agency, businesses. So if you're looking to rebrand and you have to make an entire new brand identity, mood board, etc., you come to me and I make it.
Yeah, I mean the most recent branding we did was for GSCP, which was a charity, global sports culture platform. But I mean, have you done any recent kind of branding stuff you want to talk about?
Recent right now, not much. I've been focusing more a bit on social media marketing and management, but we focus on rebranding and we really try to expand that and get it through outreach to people to know. That's what we focus on the last couple of months.
So Jake, you're a full-time marketer as your job, as well as your side hustle.
Yeah. So
Can you tell us some things you learned in the industry?
Yeah, I want to know as well.
So I started off in an apprenticeship. So I came out of college. At college, I did graphic design, photography, and business. Did all right in all three, to be fair. Not the best, but not the worst. A's and A's. Well, no, 2 A's and a B, something like that.
Not too bad.
We take them. We take those. So we went straight from there to doing an apprenticeship. That was with a company down in Manchester, and that was working for football clubs. So doing design for like Liverpool, Manchester City, United. I don't even think I've told you guys this, to be honest.
Damn, yeah.
But
Yeah, that's
I'm surprised.
so so that's how I started. I did that for about 7-8 months. I left there. I then went working for a chain of garden centres. Managed their social media marketing, their website a little bit. We did quite a decent amount of videography, but like with mobile phones, so like just iPhone videography, stuff like that. Nothing on Eric's level, but we did some event stuff. And then I was there for a year. And then in the past 2 months, I've started at my new job, which is a law firm now, which is completely different to like outdoor garden centre stuff. And that's actually really fun. So it's a complete different industry, obviously. But the amount of stuff you pick up about like law and I find it quite interesting. Just general like conversations you hear, and they're really good. They gave me a decent amount of training at the start about like what you can do with vulnerable clients and stuff like that. But no, it's been pretty insightful. But I feel like overall, generally, I've had a decent kind of run through the industry from like sports to like retail to like law now. So who knows where I'll end up next? But hopefully full-time self-employed with several clients like you.
Exactly, yeah.
That's the goal, isn't it?
That would
Really, to be self-employed. But
While you were talking, I had a question for Eric, and it's
Go for
actually
it.
really important for people that are more a bit in tech and cameras and microphones and what you should use in order to start a social media marketing and content creation agency. So what do you really need to start? Do you need an expensive camera with loads of equipment, or do you need your phone?
I'm
or
interested in this one.
drones?
I love this question because the truth is, as long as you have a phone, you can do it. You don't have to start with big clients and cinematic videos and all this special stuff and interviews and microphones. If you have I would
So all you
recommend the
need-
iPhone.
iPhone.
All you need is a phone, and you just need small businesses that can need help. You don't have to start with the biggest clients. I mean, I don't expect you to run the biggest clients with the iPhone, even though it's possible. If you can see, there are some movies that have come out the last years that have been filmed on iPhones, and you would not be able to tell the difference. There have also been ads that have been like $1 million ads, New York City ads kind of thing. I'm talking like Times Square ads that were filmed on iPhone. And also social media marketing. All these marketing platforms are working perfectly with the Apple ecosystem. They integrate perfectly with the videos created from iPhones because they're the most commonly used for social media. It's the perfect pipeline, if anyone knows the tech stuff behind what I mean. It's the perfect pipeline straight from iPhone to social media. So if you have an iPhone, reach out to local businesses, reach out to local people, influencers, and just tell them, I'll be there, I'll film for you, I'll help you. And obviously you can upgrade in the future. The quality you get with filming with a camera also comes with the caveats. Then you start needing lots of storage, professional video editors,
Time
loads
as
of
well.
time.
You got to take
And
off
you
the SD
also-
card, computer. iPhone's just straight into CapCut.
I mean,
Definitely.
there's an advantage, a huge advantage to that, which people don't really know about, and it's networking. Do you want to speak a bit
Definitely.
more
This
about
is
having
actually
camera?
something I really need to talk about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is
Holding my camera out has landed me clients. Simply holding my camera. I was returning from a business event, if you guys want to know the story, and I was sitting in a coffee shop waiting for my girlfriend, and this guy approaches me and he says, "That's a nice camera. What do you do?" in that moment, I switched straight into business mode. I'm like, hi, my name's Errikos. I'm a videographer. I work with clients. Yeah. I explained to him what I did, and he was like, that's exactly what I'm looking for. If I didn't have my camera, there would have been no chance. I could have put the camera in my bag. I did have a bag, but I was holding the camera out because you notice the more peculiar your gear looks, the more eye-catching your gear is. Obviously, don't do this in a bad area, but the more eye-catching your gear looks.
Crazy. We had this in Burberry today.
Yeah.
The woman in Burberry started talking to
because so people are interested in seeing what it is that you do or why you'd have so much camera equipment. Again, having a large camera system is a commodity. Like, this is rather special. And people want to know how you use it and how it works. But also make sure you're not pointing your camera at people today, because I also had just today people asking me like, "Are you filming me? Why are you filming?" Be careful with that as well.
Eric nearly got shot.
But I mean, I was just about to say what happened to the Burberry store. So you just were holding the camera and looking at a coat, and then the lady said, "So what are you filming with that?" And then we started an entire conversation about what we do.
She was actually interested as well.
If she wasn't working for Burberry and had her own brand, I mean, her own business, she probably.
Damn, we should have asked her that.
She would have been pitchable. I think she was interested for Burberry as well, but she just didn't have the power to
to be fair, you don't see much in-store content filmed for companies like that. I think that'd be interesting in the future to see kind of, you know,
very
like
true.
You don't see in-store, like even UGC stuff. I know like some companies, like you get like L'Oreal doing it, and a lot of like the lipstick companies, they reach out to influencers. And
I feel like big brands are being really careful of their image, and they're scared to adopt this new fast social media content.
It is the future though. It is. Because
they're so used to filming with an entire camera crew, like a movie. They take out the beautiful model.
So they think that's what
she puts on their expensive coats, and like she walks down the catwalk. But in today's world, where I can send a video to someone for $15 and they'll send me back a video, a testimonial of them saying the product's amazing. Obviously, you're not paying them to say that, you're paying them to review it. And if they review it and they like it, people are going to be interested in buying your product, because these are real people. These aren't actors that have been paid £15,000. They're people who have been paid £15. I mean, for £15, no one's going to lie and say, wow, the best product I ever wore. They're going to tell you the truth. And that's why UGC is such a good, profitable method of
from industry experience as well. I'll just say a lot of the videos that we run at work, they're literally made by a company. I'm 99% sure they're all shot on iPhone. I'm 100% sure that they're literally all either the satisfying ASMR videos trying to get people, you know, with the text to caption thing, or speech to caption, whatever.
Robotext.
Yeah, that's it. And it's just a guy speaking to the camera saying, you know, oh, come and sign up here. It's honestly, I feel like it's flipped the industry from like old kind of style advertising now, which is like you said, a movie.
Cameras expensive.
Yeah, expensive cameras to iPhone. Come and buy this course. Come and sign up here.
You can't beat the
authenticity
of an iPhone.
No. A really good example is the one from Kanye West did, when in a Super Bowl he sold with an iPhone.
Yeah, I saw that.
For 6 minutes in the dark in his car.
Yeah.
He was like telling to people, go buy at Yeezy.com, and that's it. He made so much.
I'm looking at it, it went viral. Yeah. We're talking about it now on this podcast, like.
Yeah.
But if it was some random like video of a shirt spinning round or some cool graphics, you won't talk about it. So be different.
Yeah,
be different, 100%.
And the other thing with social media is not more so creating content, is also being human. You can see this a lot with brands like Porsche. Porsche has done it the best of all the brands. They have many social media managers and many social media commenters. It's a job at Porsche to be someone who's constantly on social media, just engaging and leading people back to the Porsche brand. You see this on TikTok.
I've seen a big influence in that at the moment with like Ryanair as well.
I wouldn't say Ryanair too much.
They're unhinged.
They're an unhinged account. They don't do it the same way that you'd expect. Porsche does it the elegant way, and it reflects their branding. That's what I don't like about the Ryanair one. But Porsche's not only commenting from their main account, which is verified, you'll see people that it's just, you can tell this is not someone from the comments. This is someone who's at Porsche making a comment, bringing you back to Porsche, telling you more about Porsche.
Yeah.
Have we invented a new thing? Comment marketing.
It is comment marketing. Porsche is on top of comment marketing. I'm on a platform called Threads. You guys know Threads is the Twitter ripoff. but it's actually an amazing platform because people are very human. There's no ads, there's no bots. And on Threads, Porsche, you can see their main account constantly talking, but you can always see people talking about Porsche.
I've had Threads, but I've really not used it.
Yeah, I've never been to Threads.
To be honest, I always thought it was a bit of a ghost town, but I mean,
Yeah.
is it? I don't know. Maybe I don't
My
use it.
personal opinion of Threads, it's what Twitter used to be.
Yeah, Twitter's gone now, bro. It's
Yeah.
lost cause.
Yeah.
I really like Threads because obviously I hate ads. It's crazy to say as a marketer myself. I hate ads. I like when ads don't feel like ads. I like when ads
Exactly.
feel like someone's trying to give you value
Yeah.
and educate you about something.
A good ad
Yeah.
doesn't feel like an ad.
True. True.
Exactly.
100%.
I mean, now let's leave business behind for a little bit, and you need to tell me, guys, what's going on in the UK and what's gonna happen the next 4 years.
Do we want to get political?
I'm getting political.
Oh,
Very
fuck.
briefly. I
It's
will
gonna
be
be
voting
crazy.
for Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
I feel like the UK is a failing country. I've been here from very young. I was born in the UK and I love the UK. I love everything that it stood for. And I say that in past tense because the things that it stands for, the things that are allowed here, and the things that are happening here are not of my fancy, and they're not of the people.
Yeah.
They're of the power.
And I believe as you become a business entrepreneur, and it links like politics and business, really links sometimes. So if you're a business owner and you start making a lot of money, like personally, I wanna when I make a lot of money, go back to my hometown, which is a small town, 25,000 people, all in all, and upgrade it, literally upgrade it. Press a button and it gets upgraded.
Definitely.
Better buildings. I buy some places, some key locations, and I make hotels there or beautiful sites like parks or people that can go there and walk, like marine, so they can park their yachts and whatever. Because it's a famous location and so many people actually go there.
Does
And
it
if
not have
you-
a marina?
What?
Does it not have a big
It
marina?
doesn't have a big marina, but it has so many big yachts coming in the summer.
Wow.
So many,
Really?
130-meter yachts, princesses, famous basketball players. Huge.
Is yours only 120 meters, not 130? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a yacht.
Yet.
I'm not
Yet.
even
Yet.
close to getting one.
He is. He's
Yet.
lying.
Yeah, I'm not.
Maybe the 100th episode of the TYE
Imagine.
podcast is going to be on a yacht, but
Episode 1.
I mean,
we'll see.
guys, believe it or not, I met Eric 2 years ago, 2023.
To be fair, we all met 2 years ago.
It's true.
We all met.
Netlink was 2 years ago
Yeah,
as well.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you meet Eric? Because I met you through Ramon.
So Ramon.
Ramon,
Yeah. So we met through a YouTube guy. So a YouTube guy that had his own Discord, and then we both got into the Discord. He had a video that went really famous about cold calling.
Yeah, now he dropped off.
Yeah,
bro. I don't know what happened
He's
to
a
him.
ghost now. Like he
Ramon,
doesn't
come
really
back,
exist.
bro. We miss you.
Yeah. and then we met in the server and we started talking ever since. But then it's a really interesting story how we met,
Yeah.
because
I don't know this one.
I was in the UK with family, and I really didn't go. We are both Orthodox Christians. He's an Orthodox Catholic and Orthodox Greek Christians
Just a Catholic. I'm not Orthodox. I'm not strict.
and I really didn't want to go. It was Christmas Day, and I really didn't want to go into the monastery for church. I really didn't want to. I was so tired from the day before. I just wanted to sit back home and relax. But then I said, okay, fine, I'll go. And I went there. It was kind of boring in the beginning. But then the tour, you call it?
Sure.
Choir.
The choir.
Yeah, choir. Sorry, yeah. The choir was singing, and I went there, stood up, and I was like singing that, and I was getting so tired of like being stand up and like looking at them sing, and a mother of your friend said, "Sit down here with us,"
Yep.
and that's it basically. That's
You
it.
met at church?
Yes.
That's wild.
We met at
Yeah.
church. So I sat down there and we started talking about Greece first at the beginning. We were actually talking about iPhones and if they exist in Greece. We were making fun of iPhones.
It's
existing in
it's
Greece.
so funny. It's because I noticed your wallpaper. Your
Yeah,
wallpaper
true.
was the
Millionaire.
falling money.
Was that or Millionaire Loading Store?
No. It was the falling money.
Falling money.
Wallpaper.
So yeah, probably you asked what is that, especially, and then we started talking about Greece and iPhones in Greece, and then
Talking
the next
about that-
day we went outside in London.
Yeah, talking
Follow.
about that, I don't much show off that I'm like interested in entrepreneurship until I know someone too much, because many people can find it very polarizing, the entrepreneur
Yeah.
mindset. the non-stop focus.
And I think it's a word that's thrown about a lot, and the meaning of it can get lost at times as well.
Definitely.
Like, to be an entrepreneur is like, oh my god, you're like
that's why I don't
mega
explain it
rich,
as well.
and nah,
Yeah.
it's just
a little
being
bit of an asshole.
being determined and having that drive to set up your own business.
And honestly, that's why I never say to anyone that I'm an entrepreneur,
Yeah,
except if they see it through social media or if it gets in the conversation.
people can think they take it the wrong way, don't they?
Yeah,
sometimes?
exactly.
True.
So when I meet someone in the road and he's way older than me, or even if he's 20 years old but he doesn't look familiar with all this stuff, he will ask me, "What do you want to study in the future?" And I will pop out the biggest lie ever known.
You were saying this.
Biggest lie. I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna study finance in University of London. You know,
Gonna be with finance, bro.
and that's far from the truth. And also, grandmas, my grandma, both of you, I've lied to you. I don't want to go to university and I don't want to study the things I told you I want to. So if you're watching this, I'm really sorry, but I'm doing a complete different things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I've
the
got-
truth, unfortunately.
Yeah, I got an interesting one though for you both. I mean, both being Orthodox Christians or Catholic Christians, whatever.
Yeah.
Orthodox. How has God helped you in life?
Oh.
In business, but and in life.
Okay.
Personally,
So a little bit behind the scenes,
It's
we
great.
have 1 hour of podcast. We was
Yeah.
expecting, but I could talk about this for hours.
Exactly.
I don't talk about it a lot, and I don't talk about it on my YouTube channel because I feel like again it's
Same,
a
I've never
polarizing topic. But God relating to my business has been, he's my best mentor. That's the easiest way to put it.
He's undeniably the best person to look up to and speak to when you need it. So
Yeah.
maybe like even for things like seeing someone and speaking to him about your business, he can do that, but at all times. So maybe I have a problem and I really need some faith into like this is going to work. Is that client and it's going your way. But my father might be away, you guys might be doing something else. What do? I kneel down, pray,
talk to
and
the
have a
Almighty Father.
conversation. Have a
Most
conversation.
definitely.
And so many people avoid having a prayer, etc., before they go to sleep or whatever, because they think they have to take a book and start reading it, etc. But it's honestly a conversation. Sit down and talk. Say, you know what, this, and that, or this is what confuses me at the moment. And you're gonna find that someone is actually listening to you.
Mhm.
You're gonna realize that, oh shit, things are starting to get better.
Yeah.
Things are happening. It's so important. So
Even
important.
just like
Yes,
spending time, even if you're not religious, spending time to talk to yourself and like work your mind out and kind of like organize your mind
Definitely.
it's so essential.
Definitely.
Like the whole like mental health thing at the moment. I mean, with people coming out with all sorts of different things, you know.
Yeah.
And like self-diagnosis, like, and some people really do need help and really do struggle,
It's true.
but you've
Yeah.
just, especially men's mental health at the moment, I mean,
It's so undervalued,
it's
men's mental
undervalued,
health.
100%.
Because
100%.
we all think that we have to be that and I mean people that we enjoy watching and like Andrew Tate maybe destroyed that a little bit because it's not for everyone. Some people think that they have to be a top G while running their own business and starting their own thing. Well, it's not really the case.
I would recommend it, but it doesn't have to be you.
Yeah, exactly. I would recommend that as well, but sometimes you just can't keep up with simply working straight 24 hours. And we've done that. You remember the day we didn't sleep at all. It doesn't really help. The next day we didn't sleep at all, remember?
Yeah.
We just went out. We're so tired. You can't do that at a specific point.
Mhm. Talking about not sleeping a lot.
This is the machine over here of not sleeping.
It's true. On average, I sleep 4 hours a night. Like
Mad,
to
man.
anybody who knows me personally
Mad.
and doesn't know that I sleep 4 hours a night, I do. And the reason I do it is because I want to achieve my goals faster, and I can simply invest more time. And I made a YouTube video that I took down because the YouTube video is a bit vulgar, the way I explained it. But the premise of the video was, why would I spend my time now preserving my health for the future
Yeah.
if I'm going to be in the same place I am now in the future?
That's
I
an
wouldn't want to
interesting
be
concept.
there.
Yeah, true.
What
And
I'm
an
sacrificing
interesting-
by not sleeping is my health longevity.
Yeah. This is an interesting topic for next time's podcast. So
We could leave it here.
think-
We could leave it on
exactly. So
yeah.
you are gonna find a bit more about sleep and how it correlates, right?
Correlates.
With work and life balance as a young entrepreneur in general.
I think that's what the
in
next
the
podcast should kind of be
exactly,
about.
in the next podcast. So in the comments below, I want you to tell me, what do you think of this so far? Where the next podcast you think should be? We'll give you 3 options in the comment down below.
On a Discord call.
Not on a Discord call.
Yeah.
And then, just let us know how we did, how we like the first ever podcast of Truly Young Entrepreneurs. This is actually going to be also the first video of Truly Young Entrepreneurs in the page. So congratulations for starting a
Let's
YouTube
go.
channel.
Let's go.
Make sure you follow the Truly Young Entrepreneurs YouTube channel. There's
And
not going to be just
Instagram as well.
podcasts. There's going to
Yeah.
be loads of content on there,
Exactly.
different types. And we're
Exactly.
going to be trying our best to get you to join the Truly Young Entrepreneurs
Get in the Discord server.
because we want to help you.
And
Join.
we need your help to
Definitely.
make it
100%.
further.
Definitely.
So thank you,
That's the truth.
gentlemen, for being here. Thank you, Eric. And thank
Thank
you.
you.
I
Clever.
do want to add something.
Come on.
If anyone's watching the vlog where Ntinos and Jake come to London for 1 week to make money, we are... What was I even going to say?
We are making it
We're buying
right
a
now.
Rimac at the end of the week.
We're actually actively pitching to businesses. So
Yeah.
please go and watch that video if you want to know more about the week that we spent together making money.
9 days.
And how did this podcast fit into that week?
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's going to be a crazy one for you guys. I mean,
Exactly.
I leave on Monday. So what is it? Saturday? Yeah, Saturday today. Saturday 4:00.
Yeah.
And we're pitching. We've started. It's started
Yeah,
now.
exactly,
It's
true.
started, but
Yeah.
It's
no,
all
you've got-
pitching, no fulfillment. We're just
Yeah.
running up that bag.
Yeah,
True.
we gotta go home and lock in
100%.
after this. But no, it's
Yeah.
it's
no,
gonna be
no
a
more,
journey for
no
you.
more 1 a.m.
Yeah,
bike
true,
rides
true.
because we're
no,
both
1 a.m. bike ride was different though.
Yeah,
That
it
we're
was
was
all
good.
running on about 5 hours of sleep, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
A little bit
Eric
more.
here was like, "Oh, we're gonna put 6:30 go for a run."
That got cancelled.
We
at
definitely,
6:30.
that got
we
cancelled.
definitely didn't go for that.
100%.
Yeah, cancelled.
No, bro, that was
But
crazy.
yeah, that's it for
That's it for
the
the first episode.
ever podcast.
Mhm.
Yeah, thank you for
Many
watching.
more are coming with new guests, new people in this place, in this podcast. I mean, and thank you all for watching.
Yeah, let
As
us know what you
always-
want. Yeah, let us know what you want to see next.
exactly.
Yeah.
And as
If
always,
there's anything specific you want to hear about, definitely ask us. And if you're on a
Exactly.
different platform and you're not on YouTube, please make sure you're following on Spotify, Apple Music,
whatever.
any
you go.
platform you're on. Make sure you're
Exactly.
following.
Just don't be a Jenkin.
Don't
Don't be a
Don't be a
Jenkin.
Jenkin.
Don't be a Jenkin.
And as always, see you in the next one.
Goodbye.